3M, ticker symbol MMM, is a dividend king that has been a staple for a lot of investors. Paying a dividend for 65 years, it has been a reliable compounder that provides a steady source of income. Never worrying about it as it continued to increase dividends. I personally have a small holding in 3M, and like a lot of 3M investors, have been following the news to find out what is happening with the two big lawsuits that they have been facing. Recently, one of the lawsuits, Forever Chemicals, has finally been settled for $10.3 billion. The lawsuit has been going on for a number of years and has been hanging over 3M like a dark cloud, but is minuscule compared to the storm that is the earplug controversy. For those who don't know, in April 2008, 3M acquired Aero Technologies Inc., a manufacturer of personal protection and energy-absorbing products. At the time, Aero had achieved global recognition for its hearing and eye protection. The acquisition seemed like a no-brainer and would provide a new diverse set of products to the 3M range. Within Aero Technologies' product range are earplugs that were standard issue by US military between 2003 and 2015. The earplugs were found to have defects. Initially, 140,000 former users of the earplugs, primarily US military veterans, have filed lawsuits against 3M, claiming that they suffered hear loss, tinnitus, and other damage as a consequence of the defective design. Figures have been wide-ranging on the total expected cost to the 3M company. An article last year with projections of $100 billion. To put that in perspective, 3M's revenue last year was $34.25 billion, net income $5.78 billion, and total dividends paid out $3.4 billion. So even if they cut the dividend completely, paying it back would take decades. There is a website called Lawsuit Information Center which provides regular updates on the situation. In the most recent up-to-date news, a major reduction in the number of cases pending is expected, as Judge Rogers is poised to dismiss a large group of plaintiffs who have repeatedly failed to produce documents in support of their claims. Meanwhile, however, a total number of cases pending has grown by nearly 3,000 in the last 30 days to bring the total up to 257,449. Finding some way to resolve such a large field of plaintiffs in a way that makes everyone happy is the primary obstacle of the settlement. There have been a few results in settlement so far, with apparently $265 million being rewarded to a total of 13 plaintiffs, losing 10 of the 16 earplug cases in trial so far. Here is a chart showing the results from the trials. The most recent awarded amount was also the biggest amount of $77.5 million to Army veteran James Beale. William Wayman and Roger Sloan awarded $55 million each in one trial for a mammoth $110 million. Plus Luke Vilsmeyer awarded $50 million. These are huge payouts. The median average amount of compensatory damages awarded is just over $20 million. Based on the cases that have gone to trial so far, that is a 62.5% win rate against 3M. Now, based on that win rate percentage, if we took this into consideration against the 257,449 pending cases, this would take the total number of pending cases that could win down to 160,905. If we then times that by the median compensatory damages awarded, which let's call it $20 million, we would be looking at $3.2181 trillion. The calculation is fairly arbitrary, as a lot of cases may result in lower payouts, or more cases might be dismissed, but it gives us an idea of what 3M are facing. So the $100 billion projection in the article last year, plus the recent $10.3 billion settlement with Forever Chemicals, this figure doesn't seem as far-fetched. In fact, maybe on the low side. 3M have tried to use a bankruptcy system to manage these claims, filing for Chapter 11 with its subsidiary company, Aero Technologies, where the earplug products were originated from. This strategy would isolate those liabilities into the lone subsidiary, being Aero Technologies, and kick just that entity into bankruptcy. On June 9th, bankruptcy judge Jeffrey Graham dismissed this, saying that Aero has significant financial support from 3M and enjoys a greater degree of financial security than warrants bankruptcy protection. 3M have tried to appeal the decision, but to no avail so far. The likely outcome is a settlement figure, although it seems to be edging closer. At what point this will happen is unclear, and that is one of the major factors that has been suppressing the stock price close to the $100 mark, up until the latest earnings release, which we'll just discuss in a minute. What has been interesting though is the Vanguard Group have increased its stake to 8.35%, obviously seeing some upside potential. On the IG trading platform that I use, 95% clients have long positions, which means the client sentiment expects the stock price to rise. 3M is also spinning off its healthcare business, which is on track to happen by the end of the year. This is $8 billion of 3M's revenue. The standalone healthcare business will be focused on wound care, oral care, healthcare IT, and biopharma filtration. Then the 3M as we know it will retain all the remaining segments. The spin-off will help the risk for any future lawsuits, not affecting the company as a whole. It will be interesting to see how this affects the dividends and how they will be split across the two companies. Earnings has just been released. EPS was beaten by a massive 23.34%. Revenue was also slightly up, not what Wall Street was expecting at all. It's been a while since there's been any positive news. I expect the stock price to jump a little on opening. For now, this just papers over the cracks until the big lawsuit is sorted. Let's hope it can all be resolved soon. As usual, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.